Hello friends, welcome to another class. This is a very well-rounded Vinyasa flow practice. We're moving in all directions, creating lots of space, opening up the body and also focusing on some good holistic control and strength. This is another Yoga for Men episode. Welcome back, or welcome to the channel, to this class if you're here for the first time. My name is Flo. You don't need anything for this practice today. If you like to use blocks or bolsters, please grab all those things now as you get ready for the practice. Today I'm filming at the Medicina Retreat Center here in Ecuador. Our very good friends and family from Medicina, with whom we have done many yoga retreats, including plant medicine for several years. So yoga and plant medicine retreats are a very transformative, powerful journey we believe strongly in. If that's not for you, totally fine. You can just enjoy this practice today and ignore this message. But if you have been feeling this calling to maybe try out plant medicines and explore this connection of plant medicines and yoga to learn more about yourself in a very holistic way, very intentional, this might be the right place for you. And if it's not with a retreat with us, with me and Bre, Medicina also offers several retreats throughout the year, which are absolutely amazing offerings, and you can learn more about those in the description below. Just click below, check it out, and maybe you make your way down to Ecuador, to the heart of the earth, to connect a bit more to your heart. Anyway, enough for now. Let's grab all the props, anything you need to get ready for the practice.
While you're grabbing your things, we'd like to remind you about our Bre and Flo membership platform. We call it our Wolf Pack, and this is a space for you to deepen your practice.
There we have our entire content library with several hundred videos, including all of our videos from YouTube, full-length programs, and dozens of classes that are over 1 hour.
We made it easier than ever to step on your mat daily with the opportunity to practice on mobile apps and several devices.
Every month we host a member-only video call to get the whole Wolf Pack together to see each other face to face. By joining our platform, you not only keep this YouTube channel going, but you also provide us with the tools and resources to provide more quality content, to improve equipment, expand our team, do more training and continued education, and eventually help us build our own Bre and Flo Retreat Center.
Join us on the journey and deepen your practice. Click the link below to learn more. Now, back to class.
We will begin today's practice in a seated position. Come into any seated position that works well for you. You can sit on the heels, you can sit cross-legged. Close your eyes for a moment, place your hands on your legs, and allow yourself to deepen the breath, to fully be here. Sometimes the hardest part is showing up for yourself, so that you can continue to show up for everyone else, your work, your family, all your relations. Take this time to set an intention for your practice today. You want to go deeper than the poses, deeper than the movements. They are of course important, but they are just the entry. Just a way of purifying the body so we can go more freely deeper to the essence. And then set up a rhythm of the breath that works well for you for this practice today. I'll keep the instructions more on the minimal side. Try to keep that flow going. You're always invited and encouraged to modify. Do what you can, add what you like, leave out what you don't. Let's slowly blink the eyes open, come into a tabletop. Come onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, slide the hands back. Lean forward and back with the shoulders over the wrists. Next time you lean back, internally rotate the hands, continue to rock forward and back. Externally rotate the hands, rock forward and back. And then rotate the hands so the fingers are pointing towards the knees. Slide the hands forward, lean back. And bend one arm then the other if you feel like it. And I know some of you have been around for many, many years practicing with me here on the platform, maybe even starting a yoga practice because of these Yoga for Men videos and this series. And I want to thank you for doing that. Thank you for your trust, for your support. And most importantly, thank you for investing in yourself, because we understand that when one boat rises, all boats rise. Sit back on the heels, shake out the hands. And then bring the hands back down, tabletop. Just 2 cat-cow with your inhale, arch your back, look forward, open the front. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, open the front. Exhale, open the back. Back to a tabletop, right arm forward, left arm back, spine balancing. Set the right hand down, set the whole left foot down, rotate on the right knee to bring the right foot out to the right side. For gate pose, supported side plank, reach the left arm up and over the head to the right. Move the hips a bit more forward. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Other side, left arm forward, right leg back. Spine balancing. Left hand down, gate pose, other side. And release down, back to tabletop. Extend the legs back, plank pose. Take a moment here to arrive, clean up your plank. You can always set the knees down. Again, you can always modify if you need to. And then shift forward, come high onto the toes, bend the arms, lower all the way down to the ground. Sphinx pose, untuck the toes. Slide the elbows forward, bring the feet, the legs wider apart. And with every inhale, open the front, lengthen the front a bit more. You can press into the palms for seal if you feel like it. Engage your glutes even more. That just supports that even opening of the front. It distributes the back bend evenly across the whole body, because it's always a whole body, a full body movement. There's no isolation, only emphasis. And exhale, release down, slide the hands back. Push back to child's pose or push up to plank. Then downward facing dog whenever you're ready. Arrive here for a moment with your breath, with your intention. Reconnect. Move your body in a way that feels good if there's any calling for movement. If not, then just stay still. Stay in that silence where there's so much to be learned. Let's lift the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open, stack the hips. Maybe rotate the whole leg, the left leg, and then reach and extend the right leg to your left, away from you for even more length on the right side body. Inhale, come high onto the left toes. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Low lunge, set the left knee down, untuck the toes, arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back. Revolved low lunge. Maybe reverse it if you want. And release the hands down. Runner's lunge, left knee up, straighten both legs, pivot the feet to the left for standing straddle forward fold. With your exhale, melt down. The heels wider apart than the toes. And release, rise up for goddess. Heels in, toes out. Wrap the arms around you in front or out to the sides. Bend the knees a bit more. Make sure the thighs go the same direction as the feet. And release, straighten the legs, heels out, toes in, fold forward and down. One more time. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. From here we move to the front of the mat for crescent lunge. Both arms reach up. You want to again see that big toe inside the right knee. And then let's lower the left knee down so it's very close to the ground. Breathe more into the low back. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Step the right foot back. You decide where it goes from here. Maybe shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Plank. Knees down, elbows down, glide through to upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open, stack the hips. Rotate on the right foot. And then reach that left leg to the right away from you. Inhale, come high onto the right toes. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Hold here, deep breath in. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Low lunge. Right arm forward, left arm back. Revolved low lunge. Maybe reverse. Release the hands down, straighten both legs, pivot the feet to the right, standing straddle forward fold. Maybe a little bit wider with the feet now, but again, it's all optional. You just do what you can, honoring the uniqueness of your body. There's no one pose should be a certain way for every single person. There needs to always be appreciation, respect, and openness for modifications, individualization of the practice. Rise up for goddess, heels in, toes out. Arms in front of you like so, or out to the sides. Maybe a little bit more up, more of a power pose. Or the more traditional pose variations. Or rotate between those as you bend the knees a bit more. Stay with the breath, nice and slow, deep. So of course you're always breathing. You don't have to remind you to breathe, but it's the intention of the breath. Especially remembering that most people, most adults, don't breathe fully, don't breathe in a good way. So breathing a little bit slower, exhale a bit more. Straighten the legs, heels out, toes in, fold forward and down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. From here we move towards the left leg for crescent lunge. With the right knee nice and low and the arms reaching up. But create a bit more space for the low back. To breathe there into the lower back. Exhale, hands down. Your Vinyasa on your own. Let's roll through the spine forward into a plank and then into a side plank on the left side. Maybe the right arm up and over the head, reaching forward. Maybe your right leg lifts already up and you hold here. Step the right foot forward to the front of the mat. Warrior 2. And now with the arms as they are, imagine you're holding on to a big steering wheel. We now keep the legs as they are, the right leg, the front leg nice and bent. As you inhale, we steer to the left. Exhale, we steer to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. One more each side. And then Skandasana to the left. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Move to the front of the mat. Your Vinyasa plank pose. Then you take it from there. There's so many options for Vinyasas. There's for sure one that works for you. From down dog, again roll forward into plank. Side plank on the right hand. Right arm reaches forward, up and over the head. Lift your left leg up. Slowly bend the left knee and step it to the front of the mat. We're moving nice and slow with control into Warrior 2. Now imagine again you're holding on to a big steering wheel. We start to keep the legs as they are and steer to the right. Steer to the left. Steer to the right. To the left. To the right. To the left. Skandasana to the right. Move to the front of the mat, plank pose. And you decide. Your Vinyasa. your transition to down dog. Meet back in downward facing dog. And let's release the elbows down towards the ground for dolphin. You can stay here if you want, or move the nose forward towards the thumbs and back to dolphin. For 5, 4, 3, 2, nice and controlled with soft, intentional breaths. Last one. Back to dolphin. Now stay here if you want, or do a couple more of those nose to thumbs, or shift forward to chaturanga. Try to lift both elbows up at the same time. Plank, down dog, dolphin, chaturanga, plank, down dog, move slower, dolphin. From dolphin to chaturanga, plank, down dog, dolphin. From dolphin, I hope you're still there, we lift both elbows up at the same time for down dog and come back down for dolphin. All the way down. Lift back up. Lower all the way down. 3 more. Lift up. Lower down. Lift up. Lower. And the last one we just lift. So we can meet back in downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Inhale, come high into the left toes. Exhale, right knee to the left armpit. To the right armpit. Lizard lunge. Step the foot outside the hands. And then move around. In whatever way feels good for you. Maybe come onto the forearms. You can move forward and back. You can make circles. Let's release the left knee down. Thigh stretch. Reach back, grab the top of the ankle. Extend the leg away from you. And then relax the quad, the leg, pull the foot towards you. Release and come into a seated twist. Bring the left knee outside the right foot. Sit down. And then with the left arm, hook that arm outside the right thigh. So it could be below the elbow or could be above. With every inhale, then you lengthen up through the spine. On the exhale, rotate to the right. Just 2 more breaths here. On the inhale, release. Face the front again. Return back to lizard lunge. Hands down. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Plank. Again, your option for your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Let's do the other side to finish up, so we can again meet in our center. Left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Inhale, come high into the right toes. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. to the left, lizard lunge. Move around. And release the right knee down for a thigh stretch on the other side. Slowly release and come into a seated twist. The right knee goes outside the left foot. With every inhale, lengthen through the spine. And with your exhale, rotate to the left. Even if it's just the intention, it doesn't matter how deep you can go here. Just create space upwards through the body and then rotate into that space using the breath. Inhale to release. Come back to lizard lunge. Step the left foot back, plank pose. A little fun thing here before we finish up. So from this plank, you can set the knees down if you need to, but try to keep the hips a little bit lower than usually how we do a plank. And then you come onto the left fingertips, right fingertips. Left hand down, right hand down. Left hand up, right hand up. Left hand down, right hand down. And we do 3 more. That's 2. And that's the last one. Both hands back down. Now the other side. Right hand first, right fingertips first. Then left fingertips. Right hand down, left hand down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank, shift forward, lower all the way down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sphinx pose, slide the forearms forward. Bring the feet wide apart. Open the front. And if you want, you can press into your palms, lift the elbows up for seal. We're here for about 5 breaths, maybe a bit more, to slow down. Open the front. Slowly moving towards finishing up our practice. All of this just to prepare for a good meditation. I love those planks on the fingers. That has really helped me to strengthen my fingers for all the structural integration body work that I'm doing. Because in the beginning my fingers were not strong at all. And so I did specific exercises to strengthen the hands and the fingers. Really helped. And this also really helps with your handstands as well. Slowly release all the way down. Shake out the hips. Slide the hands back. Push up if you want to. Plank. Downward dog. And then walk the feet forward, outside or behind the hands. Lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, squat. Take a few deep breaths here into the low back. Allow the breath to expand into the back and out into the sides. And then set the hips down. And we're coming into a half double pigeon. Sounds funny, but I think regular double pigeon is just too much for most people. So we'll bend the bottom leg a lot so that the bottom heel is like right at your butt. And then the left ankle comes over the right thigh. Readjust here, be careful with the knees. And then we fold forward and down. Keep that top leg, that left foot active, reaching the toes towards the knee. And this is half double pigeon. If you want to go deeper, you can straighten the bottom leg a bit more so that actually the bottom foot is underneath the top knee. In this case, the right foot is underneath the left knee. That's too deep for me, so I just stay here. I get lots out of this position. And so I prefer this one. But if you don't feel much and you want to go deeper and the knees are fine, then feel free to modify. We're just here for a few breaths. It's a short practice today. About half-hour practice, in my opinion, is short. 1 hour, I would say, is more like a regular practice, and you know where you can find that in our Wolfpack platform. It's stacked, fully loaded of 1 hour practices or longer. And that's more like going to a yoga studio. The experience is just so different. You can do so much more by just adding 10, 15 minutes. It's a huge difference. Slowly come up and switch sides. Left leg on the bottom and then right leg on top. Whenever you're ready, fold down. Slowly push up and release. Shake out the legs left and right. Let's come into reverse tabletop. Bring the hands behind you, fingertips pointing forward, feet wider apart than the hips, and then lift up. Reverse tabletop. And lower the hips down for a little bit of a shoulder stretch. Bend the elbows back. Allow the chest, the front of the body to open between the shoulders, between the arms. Send a bit more breath there. Ease into it. More gentleness, more kindness. And then slowly release. Come onto your back. Hug your knees into the chest. Last little bit here, happy baby. Grab the outsides of the knee, behind the knee, or the outsides of the feet. And then gently pull the knees down towards the ground. Maybe straighten one leg, then the other. And if there's any other pose or two poses you would like to do, I call it yogi's choice. Whatever you need to do to make your practice feel complete in your body. We all need different things at different times. And then slowly release whenever you're ready. Come into Shavasana. Extend the legs forward. Or come into Supta Baddha Konasana by bringing the soles of the feet together. Open the knees like a book. Allow the body to relax. This is now the first time in half hour or so that we also let go of controlling the breath. So allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm, whatever that is in this moment. Allow the body to deeply relax. Slowly start to deepen the breath. Start to move your body, move your toes, your feet, your hands. So you can eventually roll to one side. If you want to stay longer, then just pause the video. And in your own time, with your eyes closed, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Place your hands wherever it's comfortable. Sit nice and tall. Lengthen through the spine. And start to rest back into that always is. Into this awareness that provides the space and the field for thoughts to arise, for thoughts to be noticed, and for sensory sensations to be noticed. Focus on that is noticing all these things. That awareness that's always present. By focusing on it, you feel a bit more alive. Don't try it too hard, don't force it. It's more like a resting back into. There's nothing to gain, nothing to really focus on. It's just a remembering and resting back into this always present awareness. Feel free to stay longer. Just pause the video. But since this is a shorter practice, we'll wrap up here. But just know that meditation is the core part of yoga. Meditation is yoga practice. Everything we do with our way of life is supporting the meditation, all the purifications, the good behaviors, the philosophy, the movement, the cleansing. Through meditation, we remember. We remember who we are and how we are always connected to everything else around us, especially to this Mother Earth and the cycles of sun and moon. Let's bring the palms together in front of your chest. And thank yourself for showing up. Maybe it's the first time today that you showed up. Maybe it's your 1000th time. It is important, it does matter, that you continue to show up for yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this practice with you today. I hope I see you very soon again on the mat. Much love and gratitude. Namaste.